I'm back with some more horror film recommendations that you can watch for free on Tubi. I feel like Tubi has really stepped up their game recently because I've seen so many new titles on there, and a lot of films that are Shudder originals are now on Tubi. So I feel like I can do quite a few videos on horror films that are on Tubi, especially because they are always updating them. So I'm going to try to keep these videos to about 6 recommendations so it doesn't get too overwhelming, and also because they are adding so many different things. So if I don't do too many in one video, then it means I can keep up with the new horror films that they are putting on there and put some of those recommendations in these videos for you. The UK only got Tubi maybe a year or 2 ago, and honestly I am so impressed how the selection has grown, especially for horror films, and actually like decent horror films and also underrated horror films. I've got a bit of a mix today. I have tried to include some ones that are a little bit more underrated. A lot of these films I have previously spoken about because I do just really like the films. There are a few that are a bit more popular than others, but that's usually the case with all of my recommendation videos, because even if a film is a bit more popular, some people may have not seen it, and I do want to make sure you know that these films are on this streaming service. The first film I'm going to talk about is a film called Invasive. A woman is secretly staying in a rich man's mansion while she believes that he is away. Everything is going fine until she realizes that he is home and she has to hide. While she is hiding, she witnesses something absolutely terrifying and is now stuck in a house with a maniac. I love this kind of reverse home invasion, as it definitely makes the subgenre a lot more interesting. Pacing is steady throughout this whole film. There are some really action-packed moments and times where you will be holding your breath because it is so tense. There's a few plot twists sprinkled throughout this film and an ending that you really won't forget. My next recommendation is a film that is a little bit more well known, but it's more the remake that is more well known. But I personally definitely think that you should watch the original if you haven't already, and that is Speak No Evil from 2022. Two families meet whilst they are on vacation. They get on really well, so they decide to meet again and have another little holiday at one of their homes. We have a Danish family and they go to stay with the other family, who is a Dutch family. Things are going really well. The kids are really pleased to see each other again. But the Danish family begin to notice that their hosts are acting a little bit strange, and things quickly take a downward spiral. So there was a remake that came out of this film last year. In my opinion, it is nowhere near as perfect as this film. This film is so gritty and extremely hard to watch at times. Even if you have seen the remake, it's very different, especially in the ending and in the disturbing elements. This one is a lot more gory. It has some scenes that are truly shocking, so maybe do look it up beforehand if you are sensitive to any topics. The performances are incredible. They are honestly chilling. It's one of those films that really sticks with you and has you thinking about it for weeks to come, especially that ending. It is just so unexpected and shocking, but it does make the film what it is. My next recommendation is The Cured. This is a different take on the zombie genre because in this dystopian world there is a cure, so people who were once zombies are now turned back into their human selves. But the thing is, they still have the memories of what they did when they were zombies. If they've attacked people, if they have attacked their family members, eaten their family members or anyone else, so they are left with a lot of trauma. On top of everything that they are dealing with, there are also groups of people who don't believe that the cured should have the same rights as other humans, and they are protesting against them. It's quite heavy on the drama. Even though it is a zombie film, I do think the drama does outweigh the horror, but we do still get to see some gory and creepy imagery. It's very character focused. It's definitely worth watching for something a bit different in the genre. Although there is another film that is very similar called The Returned. That is my favourite in the very niche reverted back to human zombie subgenre. But they are both worth watching, and of course you can watch this one for free on Tubi. My next recommendation is Satanic Panic. A pizza delivery girl on shift delivers pizza to a group of devil worshippers who just happen to be looking for a sacrifice. Definitely a wrong place at the wrong time scenario. This horror comedy is very over the top and has a lot going on. It's a fun and easy watch that really isn't that deep. It will keep you entertained, but it's nothing groundbreaking. Although this story is very light-hearted, they're definitely not shy on the gore and violence. This is very visually stunning with lots of bright colours. It's just under 90 minutes with a fast pace. I personally love this kind of film to put on at the end of a stressful day if you just want to put something on that you don't have to pay too much attention to. It kind of reminds me of films like The Babysitter that's on Netflix. It is kind of a bit cringy, but it is really easy and entertaining. So if that's the kind of vibe you're looking for, then I would recommend this film. My next recommendation is Exhibit A. In this low-budget found footage film, we follow a family in their day-to-day life, but things turn sinister as they are dealing with financial trouble and immense stress, leading to some devastating events. We see the story play out through the daughter's video camera. It's a slow burn that makes you feel really uncomfortable throughout. It builds up your anxiety to a really shocking finale. It feels very real, like you have just found this footage from a random family, and I think because it's not like a big production, it's very stripped back. It just does feel like a family video that you have found. What I find really impressive about this film is that all of the actors, even the younger actors, did all of their own camera work, and this film was shot in only 18 days. My last recommendation is The Love Witch. Elaine is a witch looking for love. She uses spells to lure men in, but things don't always end up in the perfect romance. The visuals and aesthetic for this film are so colourful and magical, very reminiscent of the 60s and 70s with the set and costume design. Elaine's wardrobe is to die for. She injects colour wherever she goes and truly feels like a whimsical being. This definitely falls into the category of a good for her film. The main criticism that I've seen for this film is that it is a little bit too long. I personally don't really mind the length, and I do feel like it was paced well. This is the perfect film if you're looking for a dreamy, colourful escape to get lost in for a few hours. So there are all of my recommendations for today. Do let me know if you've seen these films, and if you have, which one's your favourite. There are so many horror films on Tubi now. I am really excited to see what they put on for October. I'm hoping for lots of spooky Halloween horror films. As always, thank you so much for watching and being here. If you want more content, you can also check out my Patreon, and I leave all of my socials linked below. I'm quite active on all of them. I will see you again very soon for another video.